What is Rama? The idol of Rama? Dharma incarnate. What is Dharma? The Maryadas, the limitations. So he becomes the Maryada Purushottama. So this we should remember. In Vital, the idol worship, Bhakti Yoga is most important. But then what you should be? You should become the idol. When Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was practicing the Hanuman sadhana, he said that he just couldn't live in houses. He has to jump into the trees. He lived in the trees, and what happened? He grew a 6-inch tail also. So that is the real worship, Bhakti Yoga. And all other bhaktis are what mother said, laziness. So let us not be lazy in the idol worship, in the Bhakti Yoga. So this is Karma Yoga, this is Bhakti Yoga, and mental Jnana Yoga. And in Jnana Yoga, the higher yoga I have given you, worshipping sun as a supramental knowledge being. You are not worshipping this sun. You are worshipping that sun for which this sun, the physical sun, is an idol. Am I clear? So that is the basis of sun worship in Egyptian as Ra, or our sun worship. But now what it has become? You just bathe. God only knows what you are doing like this. I am not criticizing it. The habit is right. The karma, kanda aspect is right. But the bhakti and jnana are missing. So add them. And then a liberation from the knots of the lower prakriti. This is the tantric aspect. The tantra says that there are 3 knots in our being. I am not saying in our physical body. There are 3 knots in our being. They are known as the Brahma knot, Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi, and Rudra Grandhi. So these knots you can break when you can do the asana and pranayama as given in Gita. Very simple thing. Samankaya shirogrivam dharayan nachalam sthira sampreksha nasikagram svam dishascha navalokayan. You practice this every time wherever you are sitting. I have explained it. You understand it. If not, you read those shlokas in Gita, you will understand it. But what Krishna gives a guarantee is, if you practice this sitting quietly and looking after your breath, Yallabdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tatah. He is saying this to Arjuna, that if you sit like this and see your breath, the profits you get are so great that you think whatever greatest benefit I have acquired in nature is nothing before the benefits you get by this Hatha Raja Yoga practice combined. Yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tata. And when Krishna is advising us to Arjuna, I think he is also advising us. You are supposed to do it. But the Karma Yoga, sitting and seeing the breathing, must be linked with Bhakti and Jnana, the integration. So Hatha Raja Yoga linked with Karma, Bhakti and Jnana. So the first step of an integral yoga is the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is it? Dhyana Yoga or Atma Sanyamana Yoga. So you have to practice like that. We have so many scriptures, and here in the previous slides I have shown you that for many months you have to practice on Gita. Sri Aurobindo himself has said, a scripture, you find out where that slide is. If in computer probably it is very easy. You type Gita and Control F and you will go to the slide. But going to the slide is not enough. Understanding the slide's message and practicing is enough. So you see what this particular paragraph has completely synthesized the entire previous pages. How many pages? 780 pages are completely integrated in these lines. We have read all these things, is it not? A liberation from the knots of the lower Prakriti, Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra Grandhi, a consequent replacement of the egoic state always subject to the ignorant and troubled action of the desired soul. Generally what happens? Our ego is dominated by our desires. So if your desire is not in tune, then you will not practice it. It should be dominated with what? By a large, luminous, static equality. Samatvam, yoga uchyate, with surrender, which quiets the reason, the logical mind, the emotional mind, the life mind, and the physical nature. You understand this? Annamaya Purusha should be overcome. Pranamaya Purusha should be overcome. Manomaya Purusha should be overcome. And now when I say these words, it means that if you overcome the Annamaya Purusha, you should be a master of the physical plane. You remember that. If you overcome the Pranamaya Purusha, you should be a master of the occult vital world. Because if you once know the laws of electricity in India, you will know the laws of electricity anywhere in the world. Is it not? If in this classroom you understand the laws of electricity, the laws of electricity are useful all over the world. So if you understand your Annamaya Purusha, you should conquer the Annamaya plane, that is Akara, the waking consciousness, and Manomaya, the mental consciousness, Sushupti, and the link between the two, Pranamaya. Jai Gurudev. No, I will finish it after.